Hey, I'll tell you too. Welcome back to Schpeener Talk Live. Oh, I'll tell you, the more I think about these games last night too. I'll tell you, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Yankees. I'll tell you, in Vegas, where I'm from, money's everything. How does a $40 million team beat a $200 million team? I'll tell you the way I think. If I could get a $40 broad instead of a $200 broad, I could win. I'll tell you, I could get respect. Oh, what a game, And then have somebody on the other team help my team. I'll tell you, that'd be like a buddy going out getting a broad and bring her to me. Oh, I'll tell you, what a life. Oh, only on Schpeener Talk Live, your show. Give me a call in, I gotta hear from you. Let me hear what Rodney would do. All right, welcome back to Schpeener Talk Live, right here in beautiful Clearwater, Florida, talking about baseball. Oh, what a night, huh? This is going to be talked about forever. I was thinking about it because this is your show, the Schpeener Show. And I was thinking if Frank Pantangeli from The Godfather, if he had something to say about that game last night. I don't know no Michael Corleone. I knew his father. When we used to go to the ballpark, Kaminsky Park, years ago when we were kids. I don't know nothing about fixing no games. I never heard of anybody coming back from 7-0 and win the game. I don't know if anybody fixed the game, and I just don't know. I don't understand that, but it was a great game. Whoever fixed it. He might have done something like that. And then you got to understand my boy Jack. Jack would have looked at that game altogether different than Frank Pantangeli, if you know what I'm saying. He's always a man for a bargain, a $40 million team against a $200 million team, including cocktails and broads. It's kind of a bargain, if you know what I'm saying. We're rooting for the underdog. But I think if the main man did it, Rodney, hey, I'll tell you too, a $40 million team, I'll tell you, beating a $200 million team. That's like buying a $40 broad that was worth $200 and you get $300 worth of action. Well, I'll tell you, now I'm getting somewhere, Might even get a little respect, I tell you. Anyway, we'll be right back with more Schpeener Live Talk right after these messages from my broads. All right, welcome back to Schpeener Talk Live here today on a Thursday morning here, and what a Wednesday night of sports we had. And I'll tell you, you Schpeeners out there, you got to call the Schpeen. You got to let me know what you think of this. In my opinion, I think if it was a movie script with that Tampa-New York Yankee game, I think it would have been refused. It was way too far out there. It was way too phony. Something like that, you can't write it. It couldn't happen. But as we all know, certainly it did. And then the Boston-Baltimore. It was just amazing. And what happened with Atlanta? So what we want to do, we're taking our calls now, and let's see what you got to say here. Let's see who's on the phone. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Welcome to Schpeener Live Talk. Who are we talking with this morning?
This is Johnny out of St. Pete.
Johnny out of St. Pete. How you doing? What do you think? Let me hear your, again, this is your show. You tell us and the rest of the world what you thought of these games last night.
That was the most amazing baseball I have ever seen. I was flipping back and forth from the Boston game back to the Tampa game.
Right. As many did. Yes.
I just could not believe the way it worked out. I can't believe it.
Well, I'll tell you, the way you're talking, I think if Rodney Dangerfield was around and he was in Boston, maybe he'd have something to say like this about Carl Crawford. Hey, I'll tell you, too, I'm the king of no respect, too, I'll tell you, things are real bad for me, too, I bet a horse the other day. He was so good, it took 7 others to beat him. I'll tell you, but I don't want to be Carl Crawford in Boston today, I'll tell you, I'm like a burnt bowl of beans. I mean, that's what I think, right? What do you think? Is he the Rays? Is he the 10th man in Baltimore last night? Or it's amazing the error he made, and then the Rays get in. What is your opinion? You tell us.
Well, last year when I knew that was it for Crawford. Yes, he deserved to get the big money. But over here we were just wondering, man, we're losing best left fielders in baseball.
Right.
And how are we going to fill this spot? And then here we go. We're potentially going to meet up with this guy. I mean, we're battling him. Last week we're battling him. But for the first time, I love the guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, and I'm certain you loved him. I'm certain you loved him as a Ray. And in essence, last night he was your 10th man. And ironically, it happened. He put the Rays in the playoffs and his team out of the playoffs. So if my buddy Jack was around, he got to tell you something, Crawford. What I suggest for you to do today is drink very, very heavily, if you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks for the call here on Schpeener Talk Live. We're going to go away for a break and pay some of these bills right now. And remember, Schpeener Talk Live, it's your show.